We are ready.
Okay, let's start, please. My name is Taiwo Edward. I am with Impact African Television and Impact Business Radio, 92.5. Impact. It seems his lordship is not hearing us.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, sir?
Mm. Mm. You don't see. Ramadan.
Now, can we start now? I think I've introduced myself. Let others introduce themselves so that we can start.
My name is Michael Oladejo Maharaj. I work for Noble FM at Bokpa Ologmo Ibadan. Noble FM is a station located strategically to cover Okeogun axis and some area of Ibarapa zone. Many radio stations in Ibadan concentrated their powers in Ibadan. But Noble FM is strategized in a location that we can reach village times without number for a conference. So I'm glad to join this live session, sir.
Electronics. Lower. Yeah, go ahead.
From Smart 88.1 FM, Abeokuta State, Nigeria, Maharaj.
Mr. Fumi.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You can introduce yourself again.
Okay. Kábíyèsí Maharaj.
Pepper.
He's not there. Where's Whitford?
All right.
I think the live video is paused from his
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's back.
Kábíyèsí Maharaj.
Pepper.
Fumi Adenuga on the live Maharaj from Smart 88.1 FM, Abeokuta.
Blessings and blessings.
Amen, Maharaj.
Kábíyèsí Maharaj. My name is Devoto Kotutu. I'm working with AITV Power.
Blessings and blessings.
Yes, the last time I introduced myself, His Lordship did not hear me clearly. I am Taiwo Edward from Impact Business Radio, IBR 92.5 FM, and Impact African Television, Ibadan.
My blessings. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right, I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Going forward.
Yeah.
We all know the reason why we are here, and the reason behind this live broadcast or live streaming on TikTok all about state of the nation, and we cannot hold our hands watching some things that is happening or holding the country without seeking family advice or seeking the way to resolving this menace that is eating us up in the country. We are experiencing hardship. We are experiencing economic downturn, and so many things are happening in the country. And we should be able to do something about it. And one of the things we can do is to have a chit chat with people that matter in the society. And that's where we are gathered here to make sure we have that chit chat with you, sir.
Okay.
So we have different questions. We call this session journalist hangout with Satguru Maharaj. So we are glad to have you here today, and we are set to ask you questions. So let's start from our brother from Splash FM in Ogun State. I don't want to be precise. So show me my brother. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Once again, that's my name from Smash 88.1 FM. Maharaj, I want to ask a very simple question about this government. Last week, we had a news about the electricity subsidy. So the Minister for Power, Mr. Adebayo Adelabu, announced that federal government cannot continue to pay the subsidy on electricity due to the amount of money on it. Now, so the increment in, let me say, electricity bill is almost 200%. Maharaj, is there any good things that we should be expecting from President Bola Tinubu, or is this how we continue suffering hardship in Nigeria?
There's no hardship in Nigeria per se. The hardship is out of ignorance. I've told you the nation Nigeria is a conglomeration of tribes, one of which is the first tribal entity in the world, the Yorubas. And the Yorubas have now linked up with the Igbo and the Hausa to make Nigeria. And ever since then, Nigeria has been working hard to find its feet. But unfortunately, because we have disconnected ourselves from the source, we are about to face myriad of problems, one of which is the NEPA. You know, like in old Nazareth, now Ibadan, and Ife, formerly Israel, there are stones that will give us light, because the people were very close to knowledge. They were close to things. So today, when modernism has taken place, and in this case, we have to find out why have we not reached this point of supplying electricity to everybody. I will now ask everybody to go back. The president should be able to assemble the ministers, the chairmen of Nepal, their committees in the last 20 years, and ask them, the money that was paid, the loan that was received, where did it go? Who are those involved? The president should be courageous enough to do that, because that is the time we know that he's truly a man of destiny. And so that given that we will have enough money to prosecute. Right now, as it is, we need more dams. Like Oyo State, we need about 3 dams. And then the other states, you know, Edo, once they have rivers there, it can be done. So, from now, the removal of the NEPA subsidy, to me, is aimed at trying to cushion up in other areas. What the president should do, you know, he has taken some steps, positive steps, is to make sure that, you know, the grassroots industries come up, like garri industry. Yes, but before then, you have to have price control. We have to have interest rate. Now, yes, and there are more pollutants coming in. Empty all the stocks of food we have into the market for you to buy. Like rice is 70,000, 100,000 is too much. So why should NEPA go up? Because they want to remove the subsidy. Yes, the president can just wait for about few months. Otherwise, there's always every reason to believe that at the end of the day it will work out well. It will work out fine. Because the government is just not up to 12, just 10 months old, or 11 months, May 29. We're now in April, April 9. So it's too early to criticize. We should allow the president to move. With his palliatives, we'll be able to overcome.
Okay, Maharaj, but I want to ask. I remember sometimes ago, Maharaj said in America, London, Germany, some other developed countries, they are paying subsidy on their fuel, electricity, on water, and some other things. And in Nigeria, we are still under the injury of the fuel subsidy. And now they announced the removal of the electricity again, which is, it has added to our injury. So, what about those countries that pay the subsidy in some of their things, including health? Why Nigeria?
Let me clear one impression there. The Europeans are materially advanced, not advanced, materially. They are sophisticated in house building, cars here and there. But on the other side of the river, they cannot be advanced because people are walking naked there. They are making bombs to kill. Yes, there are diseases of modern civilization afflicting them. So now, oil subsidy, like I said, the president will go in to find out how much money was paid, loan received for NEPA, and ask the people to account for it. I believe that when all these things are put together, there's no need for subsidy removal. I believe it's in the interest of all of us. All the president has to do is that, one, he can cut salaries. The top men, salary reduced to what? 50%. Then the lower people, increase it by what? Their salary by 50%. Like the argument going on with knowledge salary review. They can do so with due respect. But what Europeans are subsidizing, we have not gotten to that point where the Europeans are. Vis-a-vis, yes, spiritually we have not, because we have abandoned our spirit, our culture and tradition. And so we are just going, we don't know where we come from, where we are going. So for now, let us accept that the oil electricity subsidy removal will be a tentative measure. Nigerians should really beg. And I've said it, we are trying to beat this child who is crying. Why? Because he used the hand to take meat from the pot. It did not start overnight, it started from home. Today we don't know our home, we don't know our culture. So that is it. What does that portray? That we should all use the holy name of the Creator. Maharaji. Once we are using Maharaji, all this problem will go away because people will have enough. Even if they say a point of electricity is 2 million, the money will come because now we are one with our spirit. Not the spirit of somebody we don't know. The spirit of somebody that, how can somebody who put chain on my father's neck, your grandfather's neck, be the one to teach us how to go to the Creator? It's a fallacy. You will not do that because I should see, because why? With the word God, Allah, see where we are. So I'm advocating that we should not look there. We should use the holy name. Things will work out fine. Until then, we should beg it, because when we pray, whom are we praying to? If prayer can work, the last 60 years, 100 years, there was no prayer in making America. Are you there? The leaders, they sat down and said, look, you must move. So subsidy removal or not, is still tentative. I mean, NEPA subsidy removal is still a tentative measure. We should move, we should talk, we should be with the leaders, we should discuss with them. In fact, the right word is it, guru them, guru them. Use the holy name, Maharaj, guru them right from your room. The government will change immediately. They will change their minds, I mean. Yes? Are you there?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. We lost him due to signal. We don't know. He will be back again to continue his question. Then we'll see how some people line up. I mean, my fellow journalists line up to ask their own questions so that they can also be part of this by throwing questions to you. So we have Oladejo Michael as well. So Oladejo Michael from Noble FM. Are you there?
Yeah.
Unmute yourself, please. Oladejo Michael, unmute yourself and ask your question. So we're still waiting for Adenuga to come back. Oladejo, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Kábíyèsí Maharaj.
Kábíyèsí ẹ káàbọ̀.
Welcome, sir, Baba.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
I salute you too.
I'm happy that we have this opportunity to interact with you. Social media has made a lot of things possible. I remember coming to Maraji village for interviews and questions. I'm always happy wherever I'm there.
Okay.
I've learned a lot from you. And with the knowledge you have impacted us, we have also explored. So you know that problem never finishes.
Mm-hmm.
So we believe that when we take the matter to those we believe can solve it, like you, Maharaj, looking at our country today,
Yeah.
actually, will you see any citizen that will be happy aside from the elite? We can say that, okay, we have some people who are happy, but how many are they? Maharaj, how can people be happy in this country?
Very easy. You know, with the advent of religion, democracy in Africa has turned to stylocracy. Stylocracy. Everybody stealing because the Bible, the Quran will tell you that sin and repent. So our people were caught up. They didn't know the damage, destructive kind of situation we will find ourselves. And that is what we see now. Stylocracy, where religion holds sway, money becomes God. No respect for values, no respect for hard work, decency, sincerity, honesty, equity have all been thrown aboard. And so we see ourselves being slaves in the midst of abundance. Some people are happy. They have kept the money, in their homes. Like, for example, the rate of exchange is up. Prices are up. Interest rates are up. Because there's no activity within the area of the ordinary man on the street. Everything is cut off. And this is what happened when transition to another government. And so that is the trap they have set now. And so the pain we are going through now is to realize that everybody should be accountable. Everybody should eat within his means. Everybody should be able to tell the truth. Everybody should be able to dress well, talk well, and make sure that, we are able to use what we have now to be able to go in through and eventually overcome. Because as we are saying now, if you look at the number, the amount of money recovered, governors have stolen, chairmen have stolen, members of parliament have stolen. Yes, just look at today's newspapers. You find this Mrs. Edu, yes, they recovered 30 billion. and they are still investigating. You know, so many. And so Nigerians should be thankful that the present government is taking, you know, step by step to recover all these things. And so we should allow things to happen the way it is. And then use the holy name Maharaji, Satguru Maharaji, to try to, you know, clear the roads. You know, because when you say you want to pray, you want to use power against power to quench light with light. You know, fire, power, to quench fire with fire. No. When you now use Maharaji will now show us other ways. Like, for example, how can jobless people be in Nigeria when the demand for cassava in the world market has not been met up to 20%? Can't our boys, our brothers go to the farm? But because we are playing the practices to stenocracy, there's no respect. The culture, the tradition, the values have been lost. So everybody will talk. You see a young boy who can work very well. He's looking, he wants to drive a car by going to Yahoo, you know, by going to banditry, kidnapping. So this is where we are now. The present government should be given a chance to try and let us see what they can do. But I believe that at least you can see security is gradually being secured, right? Banditry, even though it's happening here and there, in the south here, it seems to have gone down. So gradually we are moving forward. I believe that with time, everything will be okay. Yes, because I have that feeling that there will be price control. I have that feeling that yes, all the students who graduate will be given something to do, either to join the police or join the army or go into farming. It will help a lot. And not only that, we have this agriculture board, rice growers association, young growers association. They give them billions, and all these people, they didn't do anything. And they are working in the street. They are going to parties with the government. They are eating, they are drinking with them, with the pastors, with the reverends, with the primates. So I believe that the government is going to look into that area. Just realized last week the arrest of Buni and Yetiala to tell you that Nigeria is changing. So we believe that with patience something will happen.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, we have Fumi from Smash FM Abeokuta back. We have him back. So Fumi, are you through with the questions, or you still have more questions to ask his lordship? Fumi, I don't know that. Unmute yourself if you are here with us. Okay. Fumi, I don't know that. Are you still here? Okay, maybe we should pass the mic to our brother, comrade from AIT Rapper, Mr. Shitu. Are you there? Mr. Shitu? Are you there? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now let's proceed. If they can't hear us, let's proceed.
Oh, I can hear you, man. I can hear you very well.
This is my question.
Yeah.
The CBN, the Apex Bank in Nigeria,
Yeah.
Came with a policy, and the policy is all about selling to the world exchange, the dollar, and something happened in a couple of days. A dollar was sold for 1,101 naira
Yeah.
to the Bureau de Change.
Yeah.
And this Bureau de Change were up to 1,588.
Yeah.
And we were instructed to sell to the people that are ready to make use of it for business.
Yeah.
Now the dollar to naira is, I think, it's more appreciated now. Our naira is more appreciated when it comes to the fall of dollar now. But now as we speak, as against 1,700, it's coming down. So now that this dollar is with naira, the price is being, curtailed, we still have the price of food stuff, we still have the price of some material that are not, coming down. So what do you think the government of Nigeria could do to stabilize the price of the food and other material?
There's food, enough food in this country, but there is what we call loss of patriotism. Yeah, our people are resorting to agro style of governance. We cannot work. All the government has to do is check up all the things we import. Yes, you balance it up. Yes, you release education materials, no taxes. Cars, no taxes. Everybody have a car. Yes, instead of motorbike, that makes one to become landlord with baby. They say there's one they call Indian life. Marwa. We don't need those ones. No import duty, or you slice the import duty on cars. Then you slice import duty, no import duty for educational materials. Then you raise the custom duty for cosmetics. You raise import duty for furniture and design, interior decorations, alcohol. You raise import duties, then you ban pilgrimage because it's a scam to go on pilgrimage. God is in Nigeria, has been in Nigeria since the beginning of creation. How do we say everybody is a beggar who cannot even earn 10,000 a month? Now they give me a passport. Now he's going to travel and they get BTA on top of it. One executive man will take the money to go and do business. They say they are going to see God, where they are cutting people's hands, where they are bombing people. So at the end of the day, when you have done that, you find out there will be no money. Then you raise naira to 1 naira to £1 for the time being. Why? Because yam is yam till today. Pepper, tomato, onion, rubber, iron skin, crude oil, bauxite, they are very strong now. Yes, the value is very rich. So when you do that, and then of course you now say only land fees for anybody coming to Nigeria, they should pay 20,000 naira because the Lord is here. Whether they ask, they believe it, they don't believe it. Yes, God Almighty has taken a body and is working in Nigeria in a physical body. So with this one, you find out, hey, there will be enough to eat, enough to drink. Then you get the farmers wherever they are. You get them to form associations. These associations will be governed by the ward. The ward in the very area they are. Each ward, we know how many farmers are there. They already have their cards. They have their NI voters card. They form farm association every ward. Okay, the government will give them loan. Then the KBC or the MA will give them the land to farm. So we know it's not all these scholar farmers. Look at somebody who is in the office. He's signing to 20 billion as a farmer, and we don't see where the farm is. So that is what is going to stabilize the land. Then we must ban all these Hausa boys standing on the road, Yoruba boys, Igbos selling dollars. No, we have to ban that. Anybody who does that should be arrested. They should allow this to be controlled by the banks. Yes, so that there will be neat state, there will be no duplication, there will be no counterfeiting. Everything will stabilize. Not one day somebody, a big man, is the one now is taking the dollars from MFLA and to be selling to the public and having money. Why is this happening? Because we have lost connection with our culture and values. Life doesn't matter anymore. It's now money, money, money. But as B2 said, money can buy us love. That's the little I can offer now.
Thank you, Your Lordship. I have another question before I allow my colleagues to proceed with their own question.
Yeah.
The question.
Okay.
The government at all levels, were encouraging the citizens that we should embark on massive food production.
Yeah.
That we should go back to the farmland. That everybody should be encouraged to make sure they produce little or more food. Now, but we have security challenges in the farm. Many villages witness unrest because of the banditry, and some food crop has been passing up by the cattle. Some men paraded on the farmland of people that are working laboriously on their farm. There's no security. How do we go about this?
Very easy.
We are encouraging the people to go to the farm to embark on food production. How do we curtail the menace, the security challenges?
Oh, very easy. All you have to do as a Yoruba man, you drop the religion, drop Quran and Bible, they cannot work. You saw what happened at Okedare. In Okedare, the headsmen, they went there. They were stand back. No! All the cows, they didn't go there again. So they should invoke the spirit of Odudua. In fact, Shogo, Oya. Yes. If you go to Benin, when the Biafran soldiers came, there is a road there, about 2 roads. When the Oba went there and invoked the spirit of our ancestors, all of them, they disappeared. So we should do the same thing in our state here. Ogun State, Ondo State, Delta, we invoke those spirits. Very cheap, but because now we are eating suya, and those suyas, they have done something on it, so that we will not be able to see the light of the day. We will not be able to think well. So that is number one. To flush them, and if we say we use modern means, artificial means. Yeah, look, if we go there with aircrafts and pour something there, in the forest where they are, all of them will come out. So that is number one. Now, the farmers, they are ready. I've asked that we should have secondary school farms, tertiary institution farms, that twice a week they have to go to the farm. What are we running up and down? Is it not to keep the body warm, to eat well? Universities to have their own farm. Even they can go beyond, the police can have their own farm. The army can have their own farm. So a situation exists now. We need to increase the number of police. Like we say, state police will come in. People tell you, oh, if you use state police, the governors, no, there are no governor can abuse it. They started abusing it when some group who call themselves untouchables decided to make Nigeria unbearable. So they push you there. If you steal, then you become their friend. You will not be able to fight for the for patriotism anymore. You will not be able to fight for Nigeria anymore. So they are merely been saying Nigerian state doesn't exist because they are practicing stillocracy. So this is where the farmers can have enough. Then there must be a special body to check up all these chemicals being brought in. Fertilizer too is a scam. It's not good for the black man. Yes, because when you grow, you find out we begin to lose our intellectual power. We begin to talk. Just read into the newspapers. Just look at cases going on. How our lawyers perform. Look at what, apart from the area of football, that they are trying, sports. The other areas, we have left it untouched at all. It affects the journalists, affects the workers, everybody. It's just going through what we might call it autism. Yeah, so what we need now is to make sure that, hey, the government stands fair to check up all the chemicals coming in. Now that has not done enough. There are many people whose products, inventions are being stopped because either it's a Hausa man, it's a Igbo man, it's a Fulani man, or checking. No, we must have somebody who has a liberal mind. Somebody who is a Nigerian who sees that we need to go, we need to meet up with global demand for expertise. Look, there are no better experts than Nigeria here. We have men and women who can do wonders. But because why? We have lost connection with our past. So we become suspicious of one another because the little that's on the ground now, the population is small. So there's fight. So for food production, the government should ban importation of rice, ban importation of yam, ban all kind of importations of our food. And they move the people. Yes. As for the bandits or herdsmen, we are sitting there with hand gloves. Look at the abduction in Kaduna a few weeks ago that were taken back. When El-Rufai landed, he knows where they are. He's number one accused. They are there. We arrange them, talk to them, put them in the house, give them food they don't know. But you have to talk. Nigeria is for all of us. They will talk. You tell all of them, you treat them, give them what? Pepper soup. They will take, they will talk. You allow anybody to talk because he says he's a Christian, he's a Muslim, he's a Northerner, he's an Easterner. No, we don't need that. Particularly now you can see what has happened. Where we have the Southeast Development Commission. Then we have the Education Fund. Education Fund, it will help a lot. Why? Because now any Nigerian in the Southeast can wake up. So these are the things that we should look up to and do it. The president should be courageous enough. Yeah, we will support him. The National Assembly will support. All of them, they are fed up. All of them, they are afraid. Why? Because they don't have knowledge. So the grace is there. And lastly, they should support the spread of knowledge. They should give Maharaj cows money to build ashrams all over the place. You find out all the bandits, they will run away because why? They need somebody to love them. They don't need a pastor overseer that will talk, God is annoyed with us. We pray God, God, yeah, everything will work out fine. Then you pocket the money and go to London to go and shop, buy a bulletproof car. We don't need such of them. Not only that, the government should call all the religious leaders and check on how much they have. They should part with what? 80% of the money they have to build what? The farms. And make sure, yes, it can be done. They should start from me. We have already started it. Yes, I'm using what is given to teach people how to become men and women to be respected in society tomorrow. My blessings.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hey, Mama, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, I just want to ask one question concerning the land grabbers in Oyo State.
Ah,
Okay, remember last week, Father Maharaj sent one press release for Zangraba to Maharaj village. So, what can you say about this, Maharaj? If I'm not Grabbers in Oyo State. Number two is that border with South Africa. What is your message, Maharaj? Are they going to qualify today, or are we going? Are we going to?
I'm just going to